Okay, so I put down a tray of babies 1 month ago, and I will insert a before photo here and an after photo, what they look like today, here. Now what I'm doing today is I'm going through the tray and I'm actually going to groom the babies. It's amazing how much some of these have grown over the past month, but also over the past month a couple have unfortunately not made it. So this is one of the first ones I pulled from the tray. This is Kay's Pink Agate, and it's very tiny, but this whole center area has grown out. So all of these little leaves underneath, these teeny tiny little leaves, I'm going to groom them away, even as small as this plant is, because I want all the energy to go into these newer leaves and the growth of these newer leaves. So I'm just pinching away all of these teeny tiny leaves on the outside. And when you groom, if the leaf underneath is smaller than the leaf above, go ahead and take, especially with something this tiny, go ahead and take them off. They're not going to grow anymore, and B, you want all the energy going into the little leaves that are the new leaves that are coming out, and these little baby leaves are no longer necessary. So here we go. So here it is, all groomed out. Now here's another one. This is RS Natalie. Guys, this one has passed away. So we're gonna send it to the great compost heap in the sky, along with all those little leaves. Now here's one that's even smaller. This is another RS Natalie, but this one made it. It was only these teensy tiny little leaves, these 3 teeny tiny little leaves when I put it down, and these leaves have grown. So this little fella is actually has survived, and yes, as little as it is, I'm going to take away these really tiny little bitty baby leaves, and I'm going to take away all of them. I've got some growth here, and I want the plant to concentrate on growing out. Doesn't need these little leaves. So here we go. We got a teeny tiny little base, but the plant's going to grow from there. Also, this white, it's just mold. I mean, this is a very healthy, very rich growing medium, and that's what happens when you put rich soil under light and moisture, is it develops a little mold on top. If you want to, you can kind of tap it away and make it look a little better, but to me it's healthy. It's a healthy, shows a sign of health for the soil and for the plant, and I don't worry too much about it. Okay, here we go. Here's our next little one. And again, it was these 3 leaves. When I put it down, it was only 3 leaves. I'm going to take those 3 leaves off. And this one is really showing. Okay, we'll tap all that white away just to kind of help show off the plant a little bit. And anything that I don't think is going to grow anymore, I take off. Generally speaking, the leaf below is smaller than the leaves above. And groom away. So the plants are barely a month old, and they're already getting their first haircut. We have another little one. It's an RS Natalie, but I have 2 that made it, and I have 1 that didn't. I if I really want to plant, I don't care if it's only got 1 or 2 leaves. I will put it down to see how it survives. Okay, so this one is Very Happy, and Very Happy is looking pretty happy, which is good. So I'm going to take away, again, when they're this small, I like only having a few leaves for the plant just to grow out of. Those 2 leaves looks like the only 2 leaves that it must have had when it first. It's amazing how fast they grow in a month. Okay, so my next one is Cajun Zydeco, and it's really showing off very nicely. And at this point, I'm going to take it down. All right, now what's also happened here with the Cajun Zydeco is it was put in some really rich soil. The water in here is just a little Super Thrive and some microrrhizae, so it wouldn't cause this little bit of fertilizer, salt accumulation, and a little bit of damage to this leaf. What did that is the fact that it's in a very rich soil, so it must be a little sensitive to the richness of soils. Now for this one, even though these 2 leaves are still growing, I'm going to take them out, because as soon as these 2 leaves, which don't show any of the fertilizer damage, like the plant's adjusted to the amount of robustness there is in the soil, as soon as these leaves grow out a little bit, these 2 leaves are gone, because I'm not growing out leaves from babies that have damage. All right, here's another Cajun Zydeco. It's grown quite a lot in a month. This is going to be you can tell this is going to be a big plant. And again, and this one, again, a little bit sensitive to the richness of the soil, so I've got a little damaged leaf. So I'm going to pull all these leaves off right down to that one, because as it grows out, that leaf is going to come off, and all these other leaves are going to have to come off anyway. So may as well go ahead and get them off, so that the energy goes into growing from here. And as you can see, the little bitty babies coming up, the little bitty baby leaves, the plant's adjusted. There's no accumulation, no damage, so all the new growth coming out will probably look wonderful. All right, here we go. Another Cajun Zydeco. Now this one didn't suffer from any kind of salt accumulation from the rich soil. So I am going just to take away these few outer leaves here and let it grow out. And in another month, this plant's almost going to be, I mean, it's going to be so big, it's not even going to fit in this tray I have. All right, here's another one. And again, no matter how good the leaves look, these little baby leaves are never going to get any bigger, so you might as well, and these are the little starter leaves that were on it, so you may as well groom them off. Boy, I have a lot of Cajun Zydeco, so here we go. Another Zydeco. This one was a real tiny one that I put down, and I'm going to make it tiny again. I'm going to get these 2 starter leaves off. I'll get rid of all this white mold that's accumulated around it. I may work a little soil off. off from around it, but it didn't rot out or anything. It's got a good start, good growth. Here's another one. Another Cajun Zydeco. So I've got 6 of them. So probably in the fall of this year, when we have a plant sale, you might see a couple of these Cajun Zydecos on sale. All right, here we go. Again, we'll tap out. This, and you can tell now these leaves are bigger than the baby leaves I have coming up, but again, I don't want the energy taken away from them. And these are just starts, and I'm just gonna take them down to the basics. And these leaves are not gonna make it to an adult plant anyway, so I'm just gonna get them off. And I'm gonna let it go from here. And that's everything that I've groomed off of this tray. And I'm going to take a picture of it and insert it here. And then we'll check them in another month.